What's up, you beautiful people? Happy Wednesday. Sorry while I fix my camera and stuff there. Still a little high. Let's get that down. How's that? Is that better? I think so. So I'm Caleb from the Southern Fried Geekery podcast. And it is New Comic Book Day every Wednesday. So cheers to new comic books. Let's have a drink. If you've been watching these, you know that every Wednesday I drop a little audio video type thing about whatever I'm picking up this week, just my pull list stuff. If you like this kind of stuff, you should come join the Southern Fried Geekery Facebook group because it's always fun. A lot of great people, good times. And you should listen to our podcast. We drop it every Sunday, usually around 2 o'clock in the afternoon or so. But every week you get at least an hour and a half of just comic talk from myself and other group of friends. If you're not familiar with the show, if you are, you already know what kind of content you're getting in. So it's good stuff. So without further ado, let's talk about some comics. It's the end of an era, so to speak. X-23, number 12. This is it for this series. It is done after this one. It is Marco Tamaki and Diego Olekudai, Walden Wong on inks, and Chris O'Halloran on the colors. This has been such a fun book, man. Marco's got a great voice for that character. She understands Laura. She understands Honey Badger. I hope we get a spinoff with Honey Badger in it. It's a lot of fun. She's my favorite Wolverine, man. If y'all listen to the show, you know I'm not a Wolverine fan per se. I like him as part of a group, but he's just not necessarily my thing. But that book, that shit right there, it's on point. And no, that wasn't some weird white supremacist sign. So, just an A-OK. I like it a lot. Thor is carrying on. Jason Aaron and Mike Del Mundo, number 13, part of the War of the Worlds, or I don't know why I keep saying that in all my videos. It's part of the War of the Realms, which is the big event right now. This book is fun, man. Mike Del Mundo's art just keeps kicking ass. And it's Jason Aaron writing it. If I wasn't reading this book, I probably wouldn't be reading War of the Realms. So, it's fun. It's the best Thor been written in a long time. And it's Jason Aaron. He'll beat you up if you don't read his books. Like, he'll physically come to your house and just punch you in the brain if you don't read his stuff. Miss Marvel, magnificent Miss Marvel. Saladin Ahmed, Minkyu Jung, Juan Velasco, and Ian Herring. I have been following the exploits of Miss Marvel in Champions. It's a great book. Jim Zub's been writing the shit out of it. And so I wanted to kind of support a book with the solo characters as much as possible. And when Saladin Ahmed got on this book, I knew I had to start reading it, and I missed the first 2 issues. So at Kapow Comics over in Sherwood in Central Arkansas, where I work on Sundays, I had the chance to kind of catch up on it too. I was missing. Holy shit, this book's amazing. It's a lot of fun. He knows what he's doing with this character. Kamala is, you know, she's a young girl, but she's got a good head on her shoulders, and she's constantly weighing with kind of the Peter Parker thing, like being a family person, but also being a hero, and what your responsibilities are with that. But man, it's great. The art in this is stunning. I haven't read this yet, so I can't necessarily open up. Here we go. Here's a good page. Look at that. Look how pretty that is. That's good stuff. That's good art, and it works so well for this book. With the tone of it, and it mixes it up a little bit. Like, you get some good storytelling right here. I highly recommend this. If you're looking for a new book and you can find the back issues, check out number 3. Check out the whole thing of Miss Marvel. If you're disappointed, let me know, but I don't think you will be. It's good writing, and it's a fun new character, man. Like, that's the future of Marvel. So, Daredevil, number 6, Chip Zdarsky. I am not familiar with who is doing the art on this. It's Latit Kumar Sharma, who has not been on this book. It's a new person with Jay Leaston on the inks and Hava Tartaglia on the colors. And this is a new arc. This is starting off kind of a new thing. It's called No Gods, No Devils, Only Gods. I have loved this book with one little teeny tiny speed bump, and that was the last issue. Historically, Chip Zdarsky has not been my bread and butter when it comes to storytelling. He's too comical, and I know I read comics, right? Like, I should like comedy, but I don't necessarily like Zdarsky's type of comedy. He's, like, leveled up over the past, like, year, and he's killing it. Like, a lot of people are talking about Donny Cates, and they should be, because he's amazing. Chip Zdarsky is one of their best writers right now, and this has been one of his best books, but he really chipped it up in the last issue of Daredevil, and I didn't feel it, so I'm going to give it another chance. I'm going to read this arc. I hope it's kind of a redeeming factor. I don't want to drop it because it's a fun book, and Marco Checchetto has been on the book, and he's amazing. I'm sad to see him not on there anymore. So without Marco Checchetto, if Chip makes a repeat of the kind of really just hammy comedy, like Daredevil wearing a Punisher shirt and then saying, well, I didn't know it was a Punisher shirt. You know, womp, 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 but up bump, because I'm blind. I wasn't feeling that. So hopefully this is good, because I'll drop it if not. And I don't want to, because I like good stories. If you listen to our next to the last episode, we roundtabled Giant Man #1. It's a War of the Realms tie-in. Leah Williams, Marco Castillo, and Rochelle Rosenberg, with letters by Joe Sabino. We didn't really dig it. We weren't really feeling it for what it was. And so I actually didn't know if I was going to pick it up or not. And if you listen to the show, you might be surprised that I did. But I did. So we're going to check it out, because I kind of want to know what happens. I'm kind of curious. I want to see how they keep writing Scott Lang. I want to see what they do with Raz Malhotra, who I kind of like that character. I mean, because he's a gay character, because I'm a gay man. I like seeing gay representation in comics, and he's there. And I think they did that part well. So we're going to see. I was willing to give it another shot. It's a 3-issue mini, so if it's good, I'll pick up the third one. If it bombs it, I won't, and I didn't miss something. So, okay, I just move on with my life. I'm really, really excited about this book. I don't know if you can see that or not. X-Men Grand Design Extinction. Ed Piskor is a boss. Dude, his cartooning style, I really dig it. He's doing all of this work. The comic, if you haven't read these, man, you have to pick up. This is the last set. So first man you had X-Men Grand Design, and you had X-Men, what was it? I don't know if they have it listed in here. The Dark Phoenix, and then now you're getting Extinction. And what he's doing is he's telling the entire X-Men story in this really amazing cartooning style. And you might be saying, wow, those pages look round what they're supposed to. He's using some incredible paper. I love Ed Piskor's work, man. I dig the shit out of what that dude's doing. And I love the X-Men, and, you know, I read a lot of the X-Men books, I always have. I'm mainly an Avengers fan, but man, the X-Men, best soap opera in history, right? So Ed is taking the very convoluted history and making it work really well, and it's great. And just seeing what that dude's doing, man, he killed it. If you've never read his Hip Hop Family Tree, you gotta check out what Ed Piskor's doing, man. One of the best cartoonists in the game right now, and he's a Pittsburgh boy, so support that dude. Throw him some scratch, because he needs it. I don't know if he needs it or not. He's probably making all kinds of bank. But, you know, trust me on that. I think you're going to like it. And if not, that's fine. That's fine. All right, we're going to jump over to some DC stuff right now, because it was a big week for DC. A really big week for DC. I did not see a book that I thought I had gotten, and now I'm going to be sad if I didn't. Marvel book. I have to figure that one out. Doomsday Clock. You got 2 more issues to go, man. I'm not reading this week. I quit reading this book on the weeklies a long ass time ago. I have no idea what's been happening in it, but look, their schedules. It's an amazing story. So hang on. It's a great story, and when it's all done, it's going to be fantastic. It is going to be probably one of the best things that DC put out in years. Their schedule is so fucked that I have to go back and I read too many comics to know what happened in a book that I haven't read in 2 months. Especially when it's been as slow as it is. So I'm kind of waiting. I want to let this one finish. I'm gonna read it all at once through the whole experience, and that'll be about the time that DC reboots itself, because that tends to be what they do. And I think that's what they're doing with it. Craig has a theory on that. It's a good theory. I bought into it, so we'll see. And it would make sense with the whole Tom King off the Batman fiasco, which we haven't talked about yet on the show much. So I'm curious to see what's up with that. Detective Comics Annual. Peter Tomasi, a couple of different artists. Travis Moore and Max Raynor. Tamara Bonvillain, who is killing it, and Nick Filardi doing the colors. I read Detective, so I gotta read the annual, right? So far, not a big stretch. The penultimate issue of Wildstorm before they switch over to Wildcats. Man, this book is great. One of the best sci-fi books on the shelf, man. They are taking all these characters from the old Wildstorm books, kind of revamping them, reworking them, making them something really special. John Davis Hunt and Steve Buccellato are an arch, just dream team. Those dudes are rocking out on this book. The colors are outstanding. The sequentials are amazing. Again, Midnight and Apollo, those are my dudes. So I had to get this book when it started, and it was a slow go, but now it's really picked up, and it's really making moves and gaining some steam right here at the end. But it's a project for him, so he's going to expand it and make it a little bit bigger than what it was. The Heroes in Crisis finale, the book that made the internet mad several times. Spoilers, I've read it. I had to read it, find out what happened. I love the ending of this book. I think it ended amazingly. Tom King is a great writer. I don't know if everybody else is going to like the ending of this book. I think that they may be a little not really up in arms, and there may not be any drama about it whatsoever, but I think some people might find it a little decompressed. I, however, think it was a bit of genius writing, and I especially love what they're doing with Poison Ivy in this book. Check it out. You've been along the ride with Heroes in Crisis. You know you want it. If not, check it. It's a great read. It's a good mystery, man. Batman: The Last Night on Earth came out today. It's one of two. It's Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo's little last foray into Batman, with Jonathan with Glapion and Placencia on the inks and colors. Capullo, Glapion, and Placencia are why I'm reading this book. I'm one of the few people. I don't care for Snyder as a writer. I like some of his Batman stories. Overall, it's not my bag. I think Tom King is better. I think a number of people are better. I think Tomasi's got a better voice for the Bat. I think that Tinian has got a better voice for the Bat. But I'm going to read it, mainly because of Poppy Capullo, man. The book is gorgeous. I'm just flipping through here, man. It's kind of a dystopian take in the world Batman story, which is really funny because I'm reading another one right now. But look, I'll check out Big Poppy's last foray into that any day, and I went along for the ride. I might as well read it, right? It's going to be beautiful, even if the story is lackluster. The art won't be. I know nothing about this book. It was one that came into the shop that another patron of the shop had been buying, but unfortunately that person passed away. but he had amazing taste in books, and I'm sad I didn't get to know him, but I'm kind of getting to know him by his pull list. So I threw this one in mine, and I'm gonna kind of take it over. The cover got me, man. This is look good cover art will pull you in, and this is one of the reasons that I still get books that I can hold instead of just going full digital like a lot of people are. Digital, this wouldn't have pulled me in. Seeing this and holding it in my hand, this is gorgeous. It's like that is gorgeous, and it's Emma Vicelli, Claudia Leonardi, and Andrea Lizzo from Titan Comics, and it's the first one arc, so it's a good jumping on point. So I'm gonna check it out. I hope I dig it. Something I know I'm gonna dig is A Walk Through Hell. It is by Garth Ennis and Goran Sudza. This book's a fucking nightmare. It's scary. It's legitimately disturbing. And I like it. It went from being, I don't know what's happening here, but there's weird FBI agents to, oh no, these dudes are in hell. And there's lots of Cronenbergian body morphology stuff happening. Garth Ennis is Garth Ennis. It's hyper-violent. The mystery is great. Yeah, that book is goodness. Still reading Blossom 666, mainly because I have loved the Archie Horrorverse thus far. Cullen Bunn, Antonio Braga on art. It's slower than I want it to be, which is really weird for a Cullen Bunn book. Usually Cullen Bunn books are chop chop, get in and get it done. That one's taking its time, which is fine. I'm gonna check it out. It was fun last issue, so essentially the Blossom twins, spoilers, are actually the Blossom triplets. And they have a long-lost sibling who came back and is challenging them for the hierarchy of this weird cult sect that they have been leading. So, it's gonna be fun times. Dark Red. Bum ba bum. Tim Seeley, Corin Howell from Aftershock. Midwestern vampire story that it's a little bit political, it's a little bit timely for what's happening in America right now, but it's basically like Marilyn Manson fucked a vampire novel while watching CNN. So, if that makes any sense whatsoever. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't, I don't know. It's fun, man. The art's cool. I dig vampires. I'm gonna read it. And last but certainly not least, Killer Groove, dude. It's out new today. It's also from Aftershock. This book caught my eye when it first debuted. It's music, it's murder, it's mystery, it's mayhem. It's done by Ollie Masters and Eon Marin, who neither one of who I'm very familiar with. I've seen the names, I haven't read any of their stuff. I trust Aftershock, man. I want to check this out. But the colorist is Jordi Belair. And if Jordi Belair is signing on to a book, I'm going to read the shit out of it because she's amazing. And she only does quality. So, because she can pick and choose, right? She's one of the best colorists in the industry. So I can't wait to read this book. It may be my book of the week coming up. Who knows? We'll have to see. And then that was last comic, but I didn't pick up any back issues this week, but I did snag the previews catalog. So I used to do previews videos, but nobody was watching them, so I assume because nobody watched them, y'all just don't give a shit, and that's fine. No judgment there. So I'm not going to do them. If y'all want me to, let me know, because I will. I'll show you kind of what I'm looking at, some of the things that I think are going to be worth your attention. But I've done this for long enough, so I'm going to edit it. I'm going to finish my drink. I'm going to read some comics, and y'all keep it real. Check out our podcast, guys. I think you'll really like it. So much love. Happy Wednesday. And we'll see you guys later.